One. This is Heather, and I am back with another Pick-A-Card reading. Today's Pick-A-Card reading is going to focus on the solar eclipse that's coming up here in a couple of days, March 29th. However, this is a timeless reading, so if you're seeing this a year from now, there's something you need to hear. I was guided to pull 4 cards today, so here are our choices. The first card for pile 1 is Forge, Don't Follow, Pave a New Path, Be the Leader You Wish You Had. Pile 2 is Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. Pile 3 is Fall Into My Arms, Surrender, Holding the Opposite, Extremes of Life. And pile 4 is Baby Steps, Action and Follow Your Intuition Before It Makes Sense. So the timestamps are listed below. Select the card or piles that resonate with you. You can choose more than one. And I will see you in the readings. Hello, pile 1. You chose the Forge, Don't Follow card. As I was meditating on this, the first thing that came through was that you are creating a new earth. The words as above, so below came through. And they're saying that you are shifting and shaping your reality. So whatever is in your dreams, whatever it is that you're focusing on is going to be what becomes your reality. And paving a new path is all about doing something that's different, that's you haven't done before. And so what I'm feeling is what you've been doing is you see what's around you, and that's the path that you're following. It's not forging a new path, it's following the rutted path. And they're saying that it's time for you to create your own path. Follow what is in alignment for you. Okay, you can see follow what's in alignment for you. And you need to know that the sky is the limit. So our reality is, if you know anything about quantum physics, it's all about energy and resonation, how energy resonates. And the energy that is surrounding us is a creation. Well, I should say the environment that's surrounding us is a creation of what's in our mind. Because the majority of what is around us is energy, and energy can be altered with thought. If we bring our energy up to resonate with something, then that's what we are going to create, because it's all based in vibration. So what is coming for you this eclipse is an opportunity to see something or to have a realization that you are the creator of your reality. Everything that's happening around you is your creation. Now, granted, our guides in the universe do step in to help us and to put things in our path that we asked to experience before we came into this lifetime. So we don't create everything, but a lot of what we see, a lot of what we experience is a creation of our own mind. So that was the initial download. Let's start pulling cards and see what else comes up. And I was guided to use this deck, at least this deck first. So we'll see what comes up. Okay. Volatility. Okay. Movement. Sun. Okay. What is coming through? Okay, it feels like frustrations have been running high lately. Maybe it's you you've been being frustrated, or people around you have been frustrated towards you or short-tempered. But it feels like it is part of what I was just talking about. Is there's something within you that feels stuck, or feels like you're not getting anywhere. Like the wheels are spinning, but nothing's actually happening. There's no movement, and it feels like what you're sending out, the energy that you're putting out, is that frustration. And so others are picking up on that around you. It's basically your vibration is what's happening in your external environment, what's happening with friends and at work and in life in general, is the universe is creating or bringing into your circle or your path. It's matching that vibration. So the vibration of frustration that you feel inside, the universe is matching that by bringing other vibrational frustrations towards you. And so what they want you to know is that you're moving. There is movement. There are things happening for you. You're not totally stuck. But it's movement that's under the surface. So it's like the universe has felt what you want. The universe has the vibrations. It knows what you want. But what I'm feeling is a bit of stuckness in the fact that you're still focusing on being stuck. So you're frustrated by being stuck, and that's creating more stuck situations. Hopefully that makes sense, and I'm not just stupidly repeating myself over and over. But there's this summer solstice is, you see the sun, but you also see the water. I don't know, maybe that's sands, but to me it's coming through as water. And what I think of summer is, we go to the beach, we go to lakes, things like that to cool off. And it's there. The movement is there. The flow is under the surface. But we just have to help you get over the feeling of stuck. And this sun card is like, I don't know a lot about tarot, but the first thing that they're showing me is the sun card, or the star card in tarot, where things are just, everything's beautiful, and you have all this radiance, and you have wonderful things happening to you, and it's just like the most beautiful life. And so it feels like by the summer solstice, in the next 3 months, you have the opportunity to focus on aligning yourself with what you really, really want. And if you don't know what you really want, you have the next few months to take the time to look at what's coming, or what you want to create, because the seeds, this is the time for planting seeds. This is spring. This is wonderful growth energy. And it doesn't matter when you're watching this. If you're watching this in the fall, there's still the potential for growth. And that's what's coming through. So let me pull some more cards and let's see what else they have to say. Okay. Powerful move. Okay, what do you have for pile 1, guides? What do you have for pile 1? Oh, my nose. Okay. Higher view. Okay. So we have, okay, the first thing that's coming up is fox. A fox is kind of like playful trickster energy. They're smart and they're cunning, but they're also fun, and they can see what's happening around them, but they can maneuver They can see and they can hear, but they can carefully maneuver. They're small and they're quiet, and they can fit in small spaces. And so they can kind of observe what's going on around them without being like obvious or noticed. And that's same thing I'm getting with this higher view. It's like a change in your perspective. It's like, start paying attention. It feels like you've been so closed off to just staying on your path and staying with what you're supposed to do, living, these expectations, but you still feel stuck. Like there's something that you're missing. There's something more that you want from life. It just, you just don't feel like things are quite right. And that's right, because you don't necessarily resonate with the life that you've been living, but you're not quite aligned with the life that you're meant to live. So you're kind of at this in-between space. And believe me, it's an awful place to be in, and I get it, and I've been there. And so they're asking you to take a higher perspective. And so like watch and listen to things that are going on around you, but take a step back from it all. Pay attention to what's going on and figure out what you really want and what you don't want. Because this bearing fruit card, you have the potential to have a wonderful harvest. I was just talking about planting seeds, and this is the bearing fruit. The seeds will bear fruit. The seeds do have success. You do have success in your path, but you have to resonate with what you love, what you're passionate about. And so this card is all about stepping back and saying, okay, what in my life would I want to change? What do I love? What do I dislike? What do I need more of? What do I need less of? And this fox, I can see it like sneaking around through the woods, kind of watching and listening and paying attention, but kind of being on the outskirts. It can watch other animals having fights, and it can watch prey being attacked by other animals, and it's learning, but still being playful and fun. I'm not explaining this very well how I'm seeing it, but it's kind of like in a learning experience. Like it's going through the forest, looking and listening and seeing what's going on around it. But it's still having fun and taking time out to find joy. But it's kind of assessing its environment. And this higher perspective card is similar. You're kind of assessing your environment. You're taking a step back to see the big picture overall. And as all of this unfolds, as you start paying more attention to your surroundings, this is when you're going to get an unlock, like a key to unlock to when you want to step forward and step into some kind of place that's right for you to succeed and to be happy and to find joy. Okay. Is there anything coming else? Any other? So, okay. Yeah. There's a new timeline shifting into place for you that aligns with this sun and this joy and this success and bearing fruit. There's a new timeline that's coming for you. But until you're a vibrational match with it, you're not going to get that key to go through the door, like the key to the portal. Okay. You're in a transformation right now, that's for sure. Like I said earlier, is you're not quite, you no longer align with the path that you were on, but you're not in the right place yet to step into your new path. And this transition, this period of transition, is where you're going to learn that. And it feels like it's all defining what you want out of life and what kind of life you want to create for yourself. Okay, you know what? We're doing transformation. So let's look what these cards have to say. Okay, what is your guidance for pile 1? Oh, that's way too many cards. Okay. Guidance for pile 1. Okay. Vulnerability. Okay. What additional guidance do you have for pile 1? Breakthrough, make a wish, and the big picture. Okay, see if I can slide these all down a little bit. Okay, it's funny, the big picture is exactly what I was talking about. Taking a higher view of your perspective. Oh, sorry, my computer's making noises. Okay. Make a wish. Love that. Okay, let's start with vulnerability. What they're telling me is in order for you to really understand what you truly want, you have to be vulnerable with yourself. You have to let in any pain that you've been feeling, let in and let out, okay? Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to, I guess, delve into and investigate any feelings that you've been feeling. Because, okay, so the volatility card, when we are angry, frustrated, we lash out at people, we're triggered, those feelings are just kind of like the top layer of feelings. Those are kind of our reactions. Those are our triggers to very deep, very emotional feelings, sadness, shame, disappointment, things like that. Things that really go after our self-esteem. And in order to understand the depths of the feelings, we have to get underneath that upper level. I call it my feelings pie. That's my analogy, because you have that crust on top that is the anger and the volatility and the aggression. But then underneath you have all the gooey, soft fruit filling, and that's the actual feelings. And they're saying that in order to understand what feelings you need to work through to understand what you want from your life, you have to delve into all of those deeper, softer feelings, the hurt, the shame, abandonment, disappointment, everything like that. As you go through those feelings, as you begin to understand those feelings, you're going to better understand what you no longer want and what no longer resonates with you. And that's the energy that you need to get rid of, because they keep saying expectations. And so I'm seeing that a lot of your life, or a lot of the things that you want from life or expect for yourself in life, aren't really from yourself. They're for other people. And maybe your ego. And your ego is just an extension of a creation from trauma. And so if you work through your trauma and you start to explore your trauma, you're going to be understanding what you can begin to release and let go of. Okay. So let's see. Breakthrough. They're saying releasing. If you can come to terms with your emotions and be vulnerable with yourself, you will be able to release the things that are stuck and that are holding you back. Remember, I talked about being stuck and feeling stuck. And it's all of these stuck emotions. It's past traumas from past lives, from your childhood, from early in life, things like that. And as you work through those feelings, you can better see, once you're stepped back from that bigger picture, you can better see what aligns with you. And I have an oracle deck too. My oracle deck is digital, but my very last card is the dandelion, and that's the miracles card. And this is make a wish. And so when you are able to release, you release that energy. And once you release that stuck energy, you actually have more space within you that you can focus on bringing in those miracles, because miracles come in when you have space for them. If you don't have space for them, there's basically nowhere for the energy to go. And so you have to, the universe wants to fill any empty space with energy. And so when you're expecting miracles to happen, when you make a wish and you expect the miracle to come, that's when it's going to come in. But until you're able to see how deserving you are of miracles, until you're able to see what miracles you want to create for yourself, you're staying in that stuck energy. So pile one, you, between this solar eclipse and the summer solstice, work through your emotions and start planting the seeds of what you want to resonate with. And if you're working through everything, you absolutely might need to change. 5 minutes from now, you might say, okay, well, I want this for myself. And then in 3 months, you're like, ooh, that no longer resonates. I need to change it. And that's totally okay. Once you're really, truly aligned, you don't have to have some buildup or some long, cycles of energy to try to build up that energy to get what you want. When you're in alignment and when you're feeling that you're aligned and when you really know that you want something and you're deserving of something, then your energy will match and that will come in very quickly. But for right now, just allow yourself to work through anything that's stuck. And it's all the stuck emotions. It's nothing external. It's all internal. So remember, your internal world is a reflection. It creates your external world. Okay, let's do, because we have the moon, I want to do one more card, one very last card, and we'll see what comes up from this moon card, and then we'll close out the reading. Okay, one last card for pile one. These cards are so sticky. Okay, while I'm shuffling, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this reading, I would love to get any comments or hit the like button. If you want more of them, please subscribe. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, let's see. Cool your emotions. Full moon. Okay, yep, cool your emotions. We have that volatility right here. Know that your emotions, any volatility that's within you is stuck in frustration and stress, and I completely understand that. You have every right to be stressed and frustrated. Just know that anything that's coming up, any hot emotions boiling over is from the softer emotions underneath that need to be worked through and released. And so the emotions you're feeling are only going to be matched by the universe with more people coming at you. So as soon as you can cool your emotions, you're not going to be attracting any more of that anymore. So take a step back from everything, relax, let yourself release and flow, and take a step back from any expectations you have for yourself. This is a huge, eclipse that's coming up is a huge opportunity for you to heal and step into the life that really, really aligns with you. Okay, we will let it go there. If I would love for you to comment, let me know how you're doing and how you're feeling about going into the eclipse and right now. And if you don't have anything to comment or don't know what to say, then leave me a sun. A little sun emoji. That would be fantastic. Okay, it was so wonderful reading for you today. I hope you have a beautiful eclipse pile 1, and I will see you soon in future readings. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Earth Pulsing card, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. As I was feeling out this card before I started the video, the words coming through were your awakening. Okay? And this is spring. Of course, now if you're listening to this in 6 months, it won't be, but the same energy applies. It's like things are growing. You know, the trees, as we look outside, the trees are starting to bud, flowers are starting to bloom. And you are awakening, but you're awakening on a spiritual level. You're starting to feel things and maybe see things, hear things, notice things in your environment that are out of phase with what you know or understand or have felt in the past. It's the shift that you're going through that it feels odd. For some of you, maybe. For others of you, it's exciting. But what they're showing me is it's just kind of this grogginess. It's like when you first wake up and you're part in between a dream and part in between being fully awoken in your real life. And so a lot of times when we're still in our dream state, we can see these odd things kind of happening around us, but we just expect it or accept it because we're not fully awake. And they're showing me that that's the place that you're in. So for some of you, you might be feeling, okay, this is kind of strange, something doesn't feel right. But for others of you, you're embracing the strangeness, embracing the weirdness. And it's you're opening up to, they're saying, my guides are saying, a new timeline. Something is different for you. Something has changed. And your awareness, your spiritual awareness and spiritual alertness is blossoming. And what they're asking you to do is to spend more time in nature. And they're showing me someone sitting on the ground, like with their hands on the earth, like it's in a forest, and someone sitting cross-legged with the hands on moss for some reason. And they're feeling, like this says the pulse of the earth, pulse of the mother, that you can almost feel the heartbeat. So there is something that connects. It's like this underground or just under the soil web, and I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it connects trees and plants, and it's kind of like veins under the earth that link everything together. And when you go into the forest or when you go into nature, if you sit and are quiet, you might be able to even feel it, feel the energetic flow of things around you and beneath you. And that is really important in your awakening right now. Okay, so that was the first card. So let's see what else. Okay, this pile is calling me something about cycles. So let's see what comes up. Okay, pile 2. What's coming this eclipse for pile 2, guides? What energy can we share? Okay, that one is standing up. Willing release. Smoke and mirrors. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put this up here. See if we can still see it. No. Let's move it forward. I'll put my crystals. Okay. Still partially see it. Okay. Now we have a little bit more space. for these. So we have a 4, a 4, a 4, a 9, and a 9, and a 2. Nines represent the end of a cycle. 4s represent angels, your angels. Okay. The Rose's Kiss, Smoke and Mirrors. Something is not, at least with Smoke and Mirrors, something is not what you see. And what it feels like is with this waking up that you're going through, people and situations and places are going to be, the lies or the misrepresentations are going to be more noticeable to you. You're seeing more clearly the reality of what's around you. And it might be kind of surprising for you. You're better able to, as you go through this awakening, you're better able to discern the falseness in situations. And that could be outright lies, but it also feels like it could be the people who are putting on masks, like the people who are not real with others, and they may not even be able to be real with themselves. They might have such a strong ego that they don't know who they truly are, and that's pretty common. But it feels like you're going to be able to discern situations, like if someone's misrepresenting themselves, you're going to be able to call that out. Or you had a friend, you've had a friendship for a while, and you all of a sudden notice this person is a narcissist. Wow, this is a toxic relationship I've been in. You're going to be seeing things that make you take a step back and reevaluate. And it might be kind of shocking at first, but just know this is all supposed to be happening. This is unfolding as it's supposed to, in perfect divine timing. And the eclipse is the energetic shift to get the ball rolling. Okay? Oh, let's see. Release. Doesn't feel like we're there quite yet. Great, and full. They're asking you to fill your cup. It feels like you may have been putting too much effort into some of these relationships or people or paths of yours, like a life path. It feels like you've been putting too much energy into these things that are not real, that are not aligned with your soul's path and your soul's journey. And as these things come apparent to you, as you're able to see them more clearly, it's time to release. It's time to let go of them. And start taking care of you. Start filling your own cup. It feels like you've been putting a lot of effort into other people or situations, maybe your job that's not giving you anything. And now it is time to start putting everything back into you. And the word boundaries comes up. And I'm saying that, I don't know if that's a message for my guides, but I am in that exact same spot. I don't like to go into too much about myself, but I have had a career for the last 15 years, and it's just sucking the life out of me. And so some of the readings I've been hearing lately all talk about boundaries and focusing on filling your cup. And that's exactly what my guides are saying for you, Pile 2, is it's time to fill your cup. No longer put your energy toward these situations and these people that are not aligned with you. It's not what you need to do. You need to work on you. You need to take care of you. This rose what they're showing me is a rose as it's unfurling in the morning. Roses are some of the most beautiful flowers to watch as they progress for their, they're from their small buds, and then they just open up and that are beautiful. There's so many different layers. And it feels like that is where you're at. You're at this tiny little bud. You're kind of at your awakening. You're at this tiny bud, and you're going to start to grow and expand, and you're going to see all the brilliant, beautiful layers that you have that you never knew existed, but are there. And for some of you, this is a very strong sexual energy, like Kundalini. You're opening up, and you might start having these very strong sexual urges. I'm not going to get too far into that, but let me tell you, I'm feeling something very strong, and I don't like to do this because it's kind of creepy on YouTube, but anyway, this is, there's some very, very strong sexual energy. So this is for some of you. For others, it's just about you're unfurling your personality, your mind, your mental gifts, your spiritual gifts. It's time to focus on you and broadening who you are and getting in touch with who you are and what you want and what you desire in life, and learning about the spiritual gifts. And there's this very strong solar plexus chakra energy that's coming in. And this is the time to focus on how amazing you are, learning about how amazing you are, because there are gifts that you don't know you have. And this is the time that you're being asked to let those gifts come to the surface and learn about them. Okay, let's get another deck and let's see what else comes up. Which deck are we going for? Let's do the butterfly deck because it's like transformation. Okay, what's coming out for pile 2 in this? Okay, I don't know if that's, but we're just going to go with 3. I don't know if that's how many came out, but we'll just go with 3. Okay. Be gentle with yourself. Trust your own understanding and intuition. I am getting that your body is going through something very strange. It's almost like you've gone through a portal, and that aligns because they're bringing my attention back to this card with the mirror. It's like you've gone into a new portal, and gone through a portal, and you're awakening to this new world, and it's different. And I think it even feels like your DNA is being shifted and altered and played with. And so your body feels different. You might be extra tired. You might be extra energetic. You might notice differences in your skin. You might notice differences in your taste buds and craving certain foods or more liquids. Something is changing. And so be gentle with yourself, because they're saying, and the sun is setting on one thing, but it's going to dawn on another. And it's interesting too, because this card comes out and it's kind of like nighttime, but then it feels like a sunrise coming up over here. So it's like you're going through kind of like this dark phase where you're learning about yourself, and it doesn't feel like a dark night of the soul or anything like that. Like it's like a really dark period. It feels like this darkness where you have to kind of shut down internally, or not internally, you have to kind of shut down the external distractions and focus inward to all the new things that are happening to you. And they're saying, don't be scared, don't be worried, don't be concerned. It's all part of this process, and it feels very physical. It is very strange. Like a lot of physical changes are going on for you. Trust your intuition too. You're going to be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of information from your guides, from the universe. And so any kind of, anything that makes you feel like if you get a message or you get something, this idea, something like that, it makes you feel kind of joyful, a little excited, it picks you up, follow that. That's your intuition. any ideas that might be backed by fear or concern, that's likely coming from the ego. So just ignore those. But a lot of changes are coming from you for you. And magic, I'm hearing magic and old world knowledge. Old world knowledge is coming through. So if you can, I would explore your Akashic records. That's what's coming through. You might even have memories. You might have dreams from other lives. There's a lot going on for you right now, and it's all mental, internal, spiritual, psychic. There's a ton going on. So if you can, take a step back from any extraneous, toxic or time-wasting crap in your life and focus on you. Focus on your gifts and your development and your spiritual unfolding. Okay. Yeah, okay. I am called, this deck is calling. So I love this deck. Okay. Pile 2. What messages do you have for pile 2 guides? Okay. The eclipse, pile 2. What do you have coming up for pile 2? Okay. No. I feel hesitation there. This is, okay, here we go. Balance. Okay. Spiritual and physical steadiness. It's just it's like a reaffirming this great and full, filling your own cup, finding the balance between what physical stuff, like your regular life, and what's coming in from the spiritual side. It's funny, she has flowers all over her head, and this card has flowers all over the head too. It's finding that balance between the things that you have to do and the things that you're feeling you're being called to do. Like raising that consciousness, that spiritual consciousness, but then also balancing the physical changes that are going on for you. And so they're saying prioritize yourself, make yourself be the focus. Okay, what other messages? There's so much blooming intuition. Your intuition is growing so quickly. A lot of what's coming in, maybe you're hearing voices, maybe you have these ideas, or you're hearing these ideas in your head, and that's actually your guides that are talking to you. Maybe you have little inklings that you need to go here, or need to do this, or like this is sorry, there's just so much coming in right now. It's just blooming. And again, they're showing the solar plexus chakra, and doing whatever you need to make you feel special, to make you feel good. Because if your solar plexus chakra is not strong and in alignment, then you're going to go through with, these changes, but you're not going to be able to use the gifts that you have, and you have very strong spiritual gifts. This is a very, very strong spiritual group. So you have a lot, maybe you're brand new to all of this, or maybe you've been doing this for a while. So you have either brand new gifts that you're just learning about, or you have some much stronger, more powerful gifts that are coming to you. And unless you can take a step back and focus on yourself, they'll be there, but you won't really be able to access and use them and create magic with them, if that makes sense, hopefully. Okay, let's see, let's scooch these down. What else? Let's do Let's do one more card. Let's wrap up the reading with one more card. Okay, we'll do these moons. Okay, release control. It feels like this message is saying, they're showing me a roller coaster. And there's going to be some wild stuff happening. There's going to be like loops and twists and circles, and you're going to be in the dark for a little while. You're going to be in the sun. There might be loud music playing, like a really wild roller coaster ride. And it's all part of the magic. And so they're saying at this point in time, take a step back and enjoy the ride. Let yourself find whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever feels good to you, and just let yourself enjoy and have fun. You know, you see people on roller coasters and they're like gripping the handlebars and screaming for dear life and hating it. Or there's the people that are throwing their arms up in the air and feeling the rush and feeling the drops and the twist, and they're just having the time of their life. And so the guides are saying, allow yourself to release, let go, and enjoy the ride. Have fun. Because everything that's coming, like I'm feeling, I'm almost shaking because of the excitement that I'm feeling right now. And it is so beautiful and exciting. And I'm so excited for you, Pile 2, because this feels amazing. It feels that there's so much magic and so much beauty, and it's all unwrapping for you. So let yourself have fun and enjoy the ride. Okay, I am going to sign off there. If you enjoyed the reading, please hit that like button. If you'd like to leave a comment, let me know if this resonates. If you can comment, that helps other people see me, and if you don't know what to comment, then leave a rose emoji for me. If you'd like more of my readings, then please subscribe so you get a notification whenever I put out a new one. I'm wishing you a beautiful eclipse, Pile 2, and I will see you back here soon for more readings. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your eclipse reading. Okay, you chose the card Fall Into My Arms. As I was sitting here meditating on the card before I started the video, I am feeling hopelessness. Some of you, like extreme sadness, hopelessness. It's somewhat overwhelming. Like I want to cry. I'm so sorry you're feeling this way. But your guides are saying that it's as it should be. Everything is falling into place for you, whether you understand it or not. It's this kind of, you have to surrender. And it feels like what you've been doing is you've been going at something. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a lifestyle that you've been just going and going and going, trying to make things work, trying to survive, trying to work harder than anyone to be noticed or to be seen or to be loved or to be appreciated. And you've been doing everything you can trying to force things. And they're saying that it's time for you to surrender and let go. It's time for you to release. It's time for you to take a step back because it's no longer in your hands. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I can feel the energy, and I feel you. I can feel your pain. And they're saying it's time to take a step back because you've been working so hard for so long, but it's not been in the right place. It's not been the right energy for you. And the life that you want to create doesn't align. And your guides, your angels, your ancestors, if you can see it in this card, they're up here in the top. They all are just trying to help you. They all want to give you a big hug and tell you how much they love you and how supported you are. That's what they want you to know. They want you to know just how loved and supported they are. And they're asking you to step back, to let go, to release. to feel. And if you take time to step back, you will probably have a flood of emotions. Whatever emotions that I'm feeling right now, you will probably have this flood of emotions because of all the stress and strain and how hard you have been fighting for so long. And it's time to let go because they are creating something for you that is so amazing, so much more beautiful than you could ever imagine, that it's going to take all of their energy to bring it to you. And by continuing to go at the pace that you've been going, by continuing to work and strive and stress and strain, your energy is an opposite match, an opposite vibrational frequency to what they are trying to create for you. And so it's time to take a step back and surrender and let go. That way, what they're creating for you can come in, can finally land in your lap. And it is time for you to stop focusing on whatever you're focusing on, whatever you've been working so hard for, and just love yourself. Just appreciate yourself. And just know, they want you to know so strongly that you not being able to accomplish what you've wanted has nothing to do with how hard you've been working, with how smart you are, with how talented you are, with how gifted you are, because you are so incredibly amazing. Your struggle and strain has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with not matching what is right for you. You are working on something that is not for your highest good. And it's time for you to know that it's very important to step back because the universe and your guides are bringing in what is aligned for you. And now it is time for you to just love yourself. To just love yourself, to appreciate yourself. I am seeing your solar plexus chakra and your heart. And that's all I want you to do right now. Is just love yourself and know just how amazing you are. And if you do not know how amazing you are, then you need to spend some time figuring out how you can best appreciate the amazing soul that you are. Because you are incredible. And it doesn't feel like you know that. Okay. So that was very long, but that was what came through first. And I have tears streaming down my face because there's so much love coming from your guides. Okay, so let's put this card over here. Let's see. Okay, they're saying this deck. Okay, pile 3. What is coming up for pile 3? Okay. So in case you didn't know, I am an empath, so I feel all this stuff. So that's why I'm sitting here crying to myself in my empty room. Okay, childhood, innocence. Okay, what's coming up for pile 3, guys? What else is coming up for pile 3? Summer solstice, that's radiance. This is pile 1. Pile 1 had that card. So if you feel aligned with pile 1, then you might want to watch that as well. 2, karma. Okay. Let's pull 4 from this deck. Feels like another one wants to come out. Fairy magic. Let's push this back a little bit. Fairies. Oh, beautiful. Right away, they're saying the fairies are coming in to help you feel magical, to help you align with fun and play and magic. There's a lot of magic. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to this card. It's kind of funny because in this card you have the sunlight coming down and you have the sun right here. And then you have well, to me, that looks like water. I don't know, maybe it's mountains, but to me, it looks like water. And then you have the lake right here in that card. What's coming through is your guides and angels. Oh, there's several messages coming through. Okay, hang tight. For some, let's see if I can discern the differences. Okay. For some, they're shining a spotlight on the innocence of your childhood. Maybe a way that you felt when you were a child, and these fairies come into it. It's funny, the fairy has the sunlight coming down on her. It's like the universe is trying to illuminate your ability to play and laugh and have fun and see the world in a joyful manner. It's this karma card. You see how like the snakes are curled around. It feels like karma and karma has been like playing with you, not really playing with you, but it has been so thoroughly wrapped around your life that you've so closed in on yourself that you almost can't breathe. It's like it's so tight, and you've had so much karma that you have been dealing with that you feel stuck and lost and hopeless. But you're coming out of that period. And it feels like your karma, you've worked through a lot of the karma that you needed to, but you just were so wrapped around those practices and those feelings and that heaviness that even though the karma has been released, you don't know how to get yourself out of it. You are still stuck in that energy, even though the karma itself is gone. And so the guides are saying that you need to go back to a place when you were a child. Do something that you love to do as a child. Find something that allows you to play. Maybe you used to color as a child and you don't like to color anymore. Okay, that's fine. But find something that allows you to open up to that childhood joy that you used to have. And the fairies are here. And I want to say fairies are very real. They're little energies. It's an energy. And if you welcome them into your home, like leave little bits of fruit out, or make a little fairy spot, something like, just, it doesn't have to be elaborate, it can be super simple. Welcome them into your home and ask for their help, ask for their guidance as far as learning to play and learning to relax and learning to let go and learning to have fun and learning to be able to see the joy that's around you in the simple things, because that's what children do, right? Children can find joy and playfulness in anything. I mean, my teenager still does, and I don't get it. I lost mine long ago, but children can be able to find joy and have fun in these simple things. And that's what you're being asked to do right now, is find the joy. Look for the sun. They're saying look for the sun. Look for the sun shining above you and shining down on you. It is spotlighting you. The universe is shining a little spotlight on you to purposely, you are special and amazing. And you don't know that. Maybe you lost your innocence a very long time ago. Maybe you've had some horrible traumas in your life and you no longer have your innocence. But it's time for you to find that again. It's time for you to reconnect with your inner child and your joy and your fun and your playfulness. It's time for you to let go of all the worries and the stresses and the strain to let in the joy. Okay, let's do another, because I'm seeing all this. Let's find, which deck do I want to use? You know what? Okay, I do not have this deck out. Hang tight. There. My mermaid deck. They're calling me to use the mermaid deck, even though I did not have it out as a planned deck. But okay, that's what's coming through. What is coming through for pile 3? How can they release the stuck energy, or not stuck energy, but how can they find joy in things? It is so hard sometimes when we're in that dark space to be able to look for joy and fun. But also sometimes it's easier to find that joy when you're in kind of like a low spot, when you've hit rock bottom. And I know that very well. I have been there and still kind of in that spot. So, okay. Fragility. Okay. What is coming through? It feels like she's just trapped. Like she's kind of caught motionless, like energetically, kind of what I was feeling for you in this initial card, in this initial energy, was you're kind of at a place where you just don't know what to do. And they're saying, be honest with yourself, be transparent. If you're unhappy, if you're sad, if you're miserable, just let it go. Let the feelings go. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to work through any emotions that are coming up for you. Allow yourself to be honest with yourself, and if you can, those around you. If you're not ready to share that with those around you, then don't. But I mean, follow your intuition as far as that's concerned. Follow what feels right for you. But it's just kind of like taking a breath, like releasing, letting it all go, letting all of the stress and the strain and the emotions go. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to get angry. Whatever feels right for you, it's the time to release it. And this is there is a link. So some of this feels like, for some of you, this feels like generational karma. Like the karma came from family or bloodlines, or maybe it's not even bloodlines in this life, but it's energetic karma. Of course, I say energetic karma, all karma is energy. Just, I'm babbling. So things are coming to my head and it's not really making sense, so they come out my mouth. So I apologize. But it's like, it feels like blood. It feels like coral blood and growth and, what the hell is that? It's like fusing together the past with the present. It's like you're linking blood and energy. I don't understand that. Oh, okay. So they're saying, now I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right. I may stumble through this because I don't understand it, but it's like the blood, it's like this blue coral, like energetic blood is like the blood of destiny. It's like your destiny energetically is snaking through your veins. It's like replacing your blood with destined energy. And I don't understand that. I can what? Oh, okay. Nope, I've already used those. Which deck guides? Okay, please explain this to me and what you were showing me. Please explain that. Okay, the storyteller. teller, give me one more card. Okay, there it is. Storyteller. Let it go. Okay, so what this feels like is that your blood, your lifeblood, what you lived for, what you were experiencing, what your thoughts and expectations for yourself were all part of your ego. What people have said to you throughout your life, what society has taught you to do and to see and how to act and how to be. And what's coming in is the energy of your destiny, who you're meant to be from a soul. Oh, yeah, the blue soul. Okay, that makes sense. So your soul blood, your soul energy is actually like replacing the blood of your human body. I mean, not literally replacing, but the energy, that new destiny energy of your soul is coursing through your veins. It's like replacing everything that you have grown into based on traumas and the ego and everything like that. And so it's time for you to let that go. It's time for you to say goodbye of those expectations of who you thought you were and who you thought you needed to be. And it's time to start writing your own story and living from your soul, living your life and creating the life your soul is meant for you to create. And it's this letting go. So like as the tides go out and then the tides go back in. And right now is your time. The tides are going out. Everything has to release. Everything has to go back into the ocean. It has to go back into the main source. And when you release it all, as right in this here, let go. It's time to surrender. Let go. As you let it all go, as you let everything go, all of the expectations, all of the emotions, all of the shoulda, woulda, couldas, as you let all of that go, you are going to allow your soul to come in with that destiny energy, with that soul wants and desires. And it's going to replace all that was with all that's going to be. Wow, this is powerful. Holy cow, pile 3. I am like now crying with emotion of how strong and powerful that is. This is so magical. This is such beautiful, like destiny energy. This is, wow, this is fantastic. Okay. Anyway, so you kind of had to be in a place of rock bottom to be able to fully surrender and to fully let go so everything else can come in. And so the place that you're in right now is absolutely where you need to be. As sucky as it is, as emotional and miserable and difficult as it is, you are exactly where you need to be. And so if you're seeing 2s, that's generally always my angel number to tell me I'm on the right path. I'm exactly where I need to be. If you're seeing any 2s, then know this is right for you. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to do one more card and then I'm going to sign off. Okay, what's one last message for pile 3? One last message for pile 3. Okay. Attune to the divine. As you let go, and this is perfect because this is water, as you let go, as you release, as you begin to let it all just go away, you're going to flow. You're going to start flowing and connecting with the divine. And this is perfect because this is a new moon. And so we have this new moon coming with the solar eclipse. So this perfect energy of new beginnings, new energy, and this water it's starting to flow. Everything's starting to flow for you, but you have to surrender. You have to let it all go. Just find a space, let everything go, and find a space to love yourself, appreciate yourself, and find a space to play and allow yourself to be and to resonate with playful energy and to just love. Okay. I'm sending you so much energy, pile 3. If you liked this reading, I would love to hear from you, or hit the like button or comment. Let me know how you're doing, what's going on, if this resonated. If you don't know what to leave or what to comment, send me a little mermaid, if there's a mermaid, or a fish, that works too. If you'd like to see more of my readings, then please hit the subscribe button, and that way you can see everything new that I have coming out. So I'm so thankful to be able to read for you today, pile 3. I hope you have a beautiful eclipse, and I know whatever space that you're in energetically wise, energetically, I know it's a very difficult place to be in. I absolutely understand, and things are going to get better. There's amazing things on the way for you. So, sending you so much love, pile 3. Have a beautiful eclipse, and I will see you back here again for more readings. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your eclipse reading. So, you chose baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So as I was meditating this on before I started videoing, what came through was a portal. You're being called to your home, but you don't exactly know what that is. And so they're saying follow your intuition, because this might be the pile where there's a lot of star seeds. It's like a galactic ship or some kind of portal into another universe or another dimension, and you're being called there for some reason or another. We can probably learn that as we delve into the reading, but you're being called forth. You're being called to connect with your gifts, and this might be a time where you're seeing a shift in your body, either your body or your mind. You might be noticing some changes. You might be noticing something that's different about yourself. And it feels like you're being guided to, like things are opening up for you. Like new spiritual, not new spiritual gifts, but spiritual gifts that you've had or you came into this world with are starting to open up to you. Like you're in the right place, the right time. You've done the right things to receive your gifts, or your gifts are necessary to share with the world right now. And it's really, really important for you to follow your intuition, to follow those energetic, like little insights or urges, because they are going to guide you. What they're showing me is you're dreamily walking towards something that you're not sure what it is yet. It's just something's calling to you, and it's almost like you're sleepwalking, because you're listening to it, and there's no conscious thought saying this doesn't make sense or this isn't logical. You are just walking toward it. You are following it. It's like a call, like you're being called to. And it's your higher self, it's your guides, it's universe calling you to what you're here to do, calling you to your path, calling you to your gifts. Okay, they're saying trust. Trust is something that's coming through too. So for some of you, it feels like you're walking towards something that you don't know what, and so you're putting on the brakes because it doesn't make sense, because it's not logical, because you can't, it's almost like you're walking toward a cliff and you're thinking, why the hell am I walking toward a cliff? That's not safe. That doesn't make sense. But they're asking you to trust and to leap, because when you leap, you're going to leap into another portal, another dimension, another time, or another aspect of yourself, a new timeline possibly for yourself. And you're going to be stepping onto solid ground. So it's like you take a step off a cliff, but as soon as you hit that portal, you're taking a step on solid ground on the other side, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm safe. That was okay. This is exactly where I need to be. But at the current time, it feels, you're questioning everything. You're like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't make sense. But trust. They're saying just trust. You're okay. Also, what's coming through is your heart. I think your head is getting in the way. It feels like your head is getting in the way a little too much with what's going on around you. And your heart is leading you in the right direction, but your head is so powerful, you're overpowering your heart. Your heart is your connection to your soul. Your heart is like the secret passage, the key to your soul. And when you connect through your heart, when you can truly step into your heart space and your heart energy, then you have that deep connection with your soul, and you know that things are right. Because that's where you need to be. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to say or how you need to act, because it's aligned with your soul. But right now, your head is taking point and you've pushed your heart to the side, but it needs to reverse. Your heart needs to take the lead. Your heart, what you truly align with, what you're passionate about, what you love, that needs to be in the forefront with your head taking a back seat. Okay, that is what I was seeing, and that came across really bossy, and I'm sorry. That's just the way it came out. So, let's see, what deck? Okay, this deck. Okay, my fairy deck. Okay, pile 4. What's coming up for pile 4? Sensuality. It feels like sensuality is going to get you out of your headspace. Innocent. Knowledge means change. Okay. That just flew right out. And what's left? Anything left for pile 4? Wow, these cards are all very purple. That is, first thing that's speaking to me is intuition. And kind of golden. We have some golden colors in there too. So your intuition and your solar plexus chakra. Okay. So this sensuality, this physical pleasure. The message here is sensuality, not necessarily, well, granted, physical pleasure, sex. It could absolutely be sex. But it's also, sensuality is also luxuriating in your surroundings, in your senses, like taste, touch, feel, sound, your third eye, your intuition, allowing yourself to delve and just explore and experience is going to get you out of your head, so you can start receiving these intuitive messages that are coming through. It seems like here the intuitive messages are right there. It's kind of right around on the edge. But she's sitting there like, okay, this is what I expect to happen. It's funny. It's they're saying that, like, see that butterfly right there is almost a reflection of her. But that's the higher self. That's the piece of you that's not with you. And it's like the higher self is whispering to her, but she's turning her head away and ignoring it. It's like she has these expectations of what should be and what needs to be, and ignoring the butterfly's messages, ignoring her higher self. But by allowing yourself to explore what's around you, to feel and to experience, it gets you out of your head and into your body. And at this point, when you're into your body, you can more strongly feel your heart, your intuition. You can feel what you need to feel instead of thinking, because thinking is tripping you up right now. A part of what's coming through is knowledge is coming into you, And your ego senses that it's not normal, that it's not, the ego senses that it's new information, new downloads, new psychic gifts. The ego senses that this stuff is coming in, and it's putting on the brakes, and your head is going into overdrive, causing you to think, because the ego is afraid of change. Knowledge means change, and your ego is not wanting the change. The ego is wanting you to keep you in a space that's familiar, and not having these psychic gifts, not having this knowledge, this magical knowledge of the world around you, is where your ego is comfortable, and that's where your ego is wanting you to stay. But that's not where you need to be. Okay. Communication. I think some of you, it feels like some of you are looking out of the world like you know there's more. You feel that there's more, but you don't know what. You feel yourself changing, you feel yourself awakening, and you feel like you're kind of in this in-between place. And some of you might be seeking out answers. You might be, obviously doing readings, listening to this reading, maybe doing your own divination or card readings or things like that. You're seeking out answers, and that is your logical headspace thinking, because the answers to your questions are actually already inside of you. Your intuition already knows, your heart already feels. Your higher self knows. Your higher self is trying to communicate with you. Your higher self, your guides, your angels, the universe, it's trying to bring this change into you, into this magical space, into these portals, but your head is trying to make it make sense, and it's not going to make sense because it is so far out of your understanding that your ego doesn't know what to do with the information. But your intuition, your higher self innately knows what it is. But the ego is keeping you safe. So the answers that you're looking for are not going to be the answers that you find, because you won't understand it. And this is the time that you have to trust. You have to trust how things unfold. You have to feel. Feeling inside of your body is going to be your guide and not your head. Okay, any more messages coming through? You are transforming. And I see big, big transformational changes, just magic, like 180 changes. And you're going to get there through feeling. This is very, very powerful energy, very strong energy. Some of you might have very, very strong energetic gifts. Some of you may be very, very old. I'm talking very powerful individuals from galaxies far, far away. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, this feels right. This deck feels right. What else is coming up for pile 4? Okay, we'll take you. The Rose. I had that in, was it pile 2? I think I had this in pile 2. So if that resonated with you, you might want to check out. I think it's pile 2. Forgive me if it's not. Okay. What else is coming up for pile 4? Okay. Pile 4 and the Eclipse. Cup. Seriously? Did I have that in pile 2 too? I think I had that in pile 2 too. Jesus. Okay. And I have shuffled the, okay. We're just gonna put all those back in there. I've shuffled this deck thoroughly too. Okay. What's coming up for pile 4? Oh my God. They're all wanting to come out. Oh. For the love of God, guys, please, please don't give me half the deck. Okay. Okay, pile 4. What's coming up for pile 4? Okay, you know what? They're wanting me to haul this deck and go to this deck. So I guess we'll just go to this deck. Okay. Pile 4. Eclipse energy. What's coming up? Okay. The sun, inspiration. Okay. So, is that so in pile 2, this is a very, very strong sexual energy. And it's funny because physical pleasure and sensuality comes up here. Something about the ladybug in this one. It wasn't so much in the last reading. So what is this ladybug? Opening up. Opening up, they're saying open up your senses. Open up your energy. Yes, this is a strong sensual energy too. Okay, so for some of you, this could be sex. This could be physical pleasure, absolutely. Or just more of the same as what I was talking about up here, just allowing yourself to open up and getting out of the head and getting into the body. Allowing the physical aspects of life. But also, they're saying allow yourself to be free. Like the ladybug just lifts off and flies where she needs to go. And they're saying be free. Allow yourself to be free and just float on the wind and just go as your desires. Go where your desires take you. This card is about finding joy. They're saying open up and allow yourself to find joy. And it kind of goes back to the sensuality too, and the physical pleasures like drinking wine and letting yourself be free. And it for some reason they're showing me the Greeks. As far as the Greeks, just really like physical pleasure and joy and drinking and being merry and having fun and, you know, all kinds of physical pleasures. I don't want to relay what I'm seeing, but we'll just go with that. Just kind of physical pleasures. And it's funny because I don't know why they keep taking me back to like Greek stuff, but the sun too. The sun, there was something I don't know much about Greek history, but there was something about maybe Greek or Roman history. Maybe that's what it is, not Greek, but Roman history. But so they're saying Dionysus too. So okay. I'm not great with history, so bear with me, and I'm so sorry if I'm absolutely botching history and cultures. Forgive me. But something about the sun, and there's something about like a festival, like a sun festival, and I'm not sure if it's the same, but in Italy they have Ferragosto, which is August 15th, is a big celebration. It's like a summer celebration. And maybe the Romans did something like that, a big sun celebration. But again, like the way she's leaning back and opening up, it's like get out of your head and into your body and fun and joy and just experiencing life. And as you do this, and you know, that's funny too, because the eclipse is a solar eclipse. So maybe this is time, like, you know what? Let me grab this deck randomly. They're saying something about the moon and the eclipse, and I don't know why, but we're gonna roll with it. Okay. So full moon, new moon, both in Pisces. Holy shit. Okay. So in the last reading, crap. I think it was the last reading. It was new moon in Pisces too. So new moon, water, flow. Yes, it was the last reading. It was new moon in Pisces. I pulled the same card. And then we have full moon in Pisces, new moon in Pisces. This energy is flowing. You're flowing. You're flowing with your surroundings. You're flowing with nature. You're flowing with the energies. It's funny because we have the new moon. We're at the new moon. And the full moon is coming. So in a couple weeks, is it a couple week time frame? Okay, hang tight. This is what you're calling this deck for a little bit better understanding of those two cards. Breath, forest. Okay. Okay, they're saying they want you to try this for a couple of weeks. Do this for a couple weeks. Like from the new moon, like from the eclipse now, for the next couple weeks. And see what unfolds in the next couple weeks. Because it also feels like with the sun, it also feels like the celebration of the sun as what's coming at the summer solstice as well. What? Okay. Let's take the butterflies. What else is coming through for pile 4? It's this very exotic and powerful and fun energy. And there's so much magic here, but it's all physical for you. Okay. Flowing in balance. Maybe you've been out of balance. Or maybe, so actually, you know what, it feels like very strong masculine feminine energy. It feels like you've been in a very strong masculine energy for a while, and by taking a step back, by getting into your feelings, like masculine energy is very headspace oriented, and so it feels like what they're asking you to do is get out of your head, get out of that masculine action-based space and get into the body, into your feminine center. And this doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the energy. So they're saying get out of that masculine aspect, action-based energy and get into your feminine energy and allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to breathe the energy that's within you, that's surrounding you, and just breathe in the sensuality and the beauty of everything. Okay, let's see. We'll put these over here, and then we'll move these up. Okay, so this card, I'm running out of space here. Okay, so this card, make a decision. Okay. Oh, it feels like if you're in your headspace, so you have a decision coming up, and it feels like if you're in your headspace, you're not going to be making the best decision for you. But if you're coming from an emotional standpoint, if you're coming from a feelings-based aspect, then that's going to put you on the right path. That's right for you. Okay, what else is coming up for pile 4? Oh, no, too many. Okay, what's coming up for pile 4? Okay, we'll take that one. Let love be your beacon. Yeah, absolutely. So that's so similar to what I was saying, is that love is your connection to your soul. And when you're in your head, you can't feel that guide. You can't feel your love and your soul guiding you because your head is leading. But when you're inside your body and you're following your emotions and your heart, that is going to be where you need to go. So that's going to be leading you to the right decision. Like you have a heart-based path, or you have a head-based path, and you want to follow the heart-based path for the decision that's coming up. Okay, what else? You are worth it, hope and happiness, and shift your energy. Yep, this is all about an energy shift. So that head space versus that heart space is going to drastically change your energy. Yeah, and what I'm also saying is when it comes, if you're fully out of your head space and you're fully in your heart space, you might not even see this as a decision. You might not have to weigh one side or the other. You just might say, oh, well, that's the right path. And you go and you don't even know that this is a decision. That's what they're showing me, is that you might not even actually see this as a decision if you're fully in your heart space instead of being fully your half and half in your head and heart space. Something is happening. So one of your blocks while you're fully in your head space instead of your heart space is that you don't feel that you're worth it. So if you're feeling any kind of self-doubt or questioning anything, and I'm so over time here, but just hang tight. If you're questioning anything, make sure that you're not questioning things because you don't feel that you are worth it. Okay. Hope and happiness. You're by opening your heart space, you're opening yourself into a space of happiness and love and beauty. Okay, I am going to close it down there. Let me know how you're doing and if this resonated with you in the comments. I always love to hear from you. If you want to leave a comment but don't know what to say, then leave me a fish emoji for the Pisces. If you liked this reading, please click that like button. If you'd like to see more of these readings from me, then make sure to subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of your comments and likes because it helps me understand you, and it also helps others be able to see this reading. I am sending you so much love, Pile 4. I hope you have a beautiful solar eclipse and you can see it wherever you are in the world. And I'm so grateful to be able to offer you any kind of guidance or knowledge or insight today. I will see you back here for another reading.